Hi everyone, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my August wrap up. I read a lot of books in August. I am so worn out book-wise. I read a lot of fantastic things, but I also read a few that weren't so great. It happens, you know, especially when you read a lot, like it happens. You find books that you don't like, you find books that you love. It's all good. But I DNF'd a few books as well. This month was the Orillium Academy Magical Readathon that is hosted by G over at Book Roast. This was our fall semester, which is basically our final semester for the callings that we wanted. I am the dum-dum because I wanted 2 callings. Basically I did that in our spring semester. I chose 2 callings because I'm like, whichever one I decide that I really want, because I wanted to know what the prompts were before like I really chose what calling I wanted. And both of these callings spoke to me, which was Beastmaster and Moon Warden. And I figured you could be a Moon Warden as well as a Beastmaster together. It kind of works. But yeah, I chose both of those callings in my spring semester. And I read all the prompts I needed to start both of them. And then when my fall semester came and I got all the prompts for both of them, they overlapped quite a bit. So I had to read 2 books for some of the prompts, not just one. So I did that, and there were so many prompts that I actually really loved. There were so many extra prompts I did because I just really, like, I knew I wanted to read a book for it, and if I was gonna fit it in this, if I was gonna fit it in for something, it was gonna be for this month, for this readathon. So I did that. But I finished it. I read close to 30 books this month, and I finished the readathon. I read 5 books for side quests, as well as, hold on, I'll tell you exactly how many books I read for the main readathon. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 books for the main readathon and 5 books for the side quests. And then I also had a few extra books that I just read as well. So yeah. Oh my god. I went a little nuts. It happens. So let's just get on with the wrap up. I have done weekly updates for the readathon, and I have one for the final week, which talks about all the books that I read for that week. So I will not be going into the synopses for these books or really what I thought about them because I've already talked about them in those videos. I'm just going to show you the book. Honestly, I'm not even going to go into like the magical readathon aspect of it because I've already done that as well. So I'm just going to tell you the books I read, give you my star reading, and then that's it. Because again, we will be here forever if I don't. Okay. All right. So first up, let's start with the DNFs. I have Bear Town by Frederick Bachman. It's just too many people. Like too many POVs, and honestly, I think it's more like YA. Then we have Serpent King by Jeff Sedner. Again, YA contemporary, not my thing. Then we have Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. Honestly, The Hating Game was one I really liked. The rest of them, not so much. That's it for the physical copies. I also DNF'd Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold, which was a Why Choose Friends to Lovers romance that started out good, did not end well, or did not continue on well. Then we have My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, which is a soft DNF, but really I'm not really vibing with the main character right now, so I don't know if I'll be picking that up or if I'll be like hard DNFing it later if I try again. So those are the ones that I DNF'd. Not too bad, I only DNF'd 5. So I'm good with that. All right, let's start it. So then we have Bunny and the Bear by Eva Langlaise. I gave that 2 stars. That's a shifter romance. Yeah, it was meh. Then I have Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I never finished the movie for this. I started the movie, was really enjoying the movie. Honestly, I think the movie tells it better. I originally gave this 4 stars, but I'm giving it 3 stars. It's like a 3.5 though, so I think the movie does it better. The book he just screams that he's so young, and I can't. He's supposed to be like 15, 16. He screams like he's 10 or 12. Then I have Teen Titans Raven by Cami Garcia and illustrated by Gabriel Piccolo. I gave this 4 stars. Yeah, this is a graphic novel all about Raven from the Teen Titans, and I really enjoyed that. Then I have a book I actually own. So then I have Christmas in Quincy by Daphne Perry. This is a prequel novella to the Eden series by Daphne Perry, and I gave this 5 stars. And then I also read Guarded Flats by Daphne Perry, which is the 3rd main book. I read the 1st and 2nd in the last couple of months, but I read the 3rd main one, and I gave this 5 stars as well. That's a single parent, second chance romance, so yeah. Then I have Eva Evergreen, Semi-Magical Witch by Julie Abe. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. This screams Kiki's Delivery Service vibes. I really enjoyed that. I want to read the 2nd book, which was funny because her newest book, Charmed Witch or something like that, the Charmed List, she just came out with that, and I read that for review. I got that from NetGalley, and I did not know it was the same author. Did not love that book, but I really liked that one. You should stick to middle grade. I really liked it. Then another book I own is A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I loved this book. It's a Hades and Persephone retelling, or just a Hades and Persephone book. I gave this 5 stars. I will definitely be picking up the next book. Well, I think Hades version of this book soon, because I'm going to try and do that. And then we have, oh my god, we have Praise by Sarah Kate. I gave this 5 stars as well. It's a kinky kind of a book. It's book 1 in the Delicious Players Club. Just kinks all around. I'm loving it. I'm really loving that series. And then I finished Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I gave it 3 stars. I think at first I gave it 4 stars when I first read it, but I read it for BDA, the book club that I'm a part of. I did not want to reread it because there's a lot of trigger warnings, and it's not a book that I really wanted to reread, but I reread it. I dropped my rating down to 3 stars. I did not read it for the readathon though. All the rest of them I read for the readathon, just not that book. Then we have another book that I own, which is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I think I listened to this on audio. It's just, we have a few of the myths told by Neil Gaiman about like Thor and Odin and Balder and all of them, and I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars. If you listen to the audio, it's told by Neil Gaiman. Highly recommend that. Then I have a book that I read for review, which is Husband Material by Alexis Hall. This is the sequel to Boyfriend Material, and I didn't love it. Honestly, I gave it 2 stars. I really loved Boyfriend Material, but Husband Material was just not it for me, and I don't know if I'll be continuing on with the series. We will see. Alright, next up, I read another Daphne Perry book. I actually started a whole nother series, and that's the Clifton Forge series, or the Tin Gypsy series. I think she changed the series name after she changed all the covers. But this is the first one, called Steel King. It's an MC romance, small town MC romance, and I really enjoyed that. I gave that 5 stars. And then another 5-star romance is a slow burn. That's All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. This is a single parent romance. Small Town, I think. Really, really loved it. And I need to own that and read more Mariana Zapata. I think the two I read From Luke Off With Love and that one. And I love that one more because it's more what I want. But From Luke Off With Love was so good. So, highly recommend. And then I have Sherwood by Megan Spooner. I read the first book in this kind of like standalone companion series, which I think was Hunted, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I read that years ago, and I gave that 4 or 5 stars. I really loved it. Sherwood, though, is a Robin Hood retelling where before Robin becomes Robin Hood, he dies, and Maid Marian takes up the mantle and becomes Robin Hood. I gave it 2 stars. I don't know if just my taste has changed since reading Hunted, or if I just did not vibe with that book. But yeah, that was not for me. And then I read 2 novellas by Ali Hazelwood, which is the STEMness novella series, books 2 and 3. I read Stuck With You. I gave this one 4 stars. This one is, they're all enemies to lovers. Those 2 are stuck in an elevator together. Yeah. And then also Below Zero. Those 2 are like stuck in Norway in the middle of, like, in February where it's really winter and they're like stuck. Yeah. They're both really good. I think I also gave Below Zero 4 stars. I gave all 3 of these novellas 4 stars. Honestly, I think they just got better with each one. So Below Zero is my favorite, but they're all really good. And then I read the second book in the Clifton Forest series, which is Riven Knight. The first one followed Dash and Bryce. This one follows Isaiah and Genevieve. I gave that one 4 stars. Then I have Treasure of the Abyss by Tiffany Roberts. This is, think Ice Planet Barbarians, but with krakens instead of aliens, but they're like alien krakens kind of thing. I gave it 3 stars. It was just alright. Honestly, Ice Planet Barbarians does it so much better, but still, it was alright. I might continue on. We'll see. Then I read the second book to praise, which is Eyes on Me by Sarah Kate. This one follows Garrett, and I gave that one 5 stars. So good. He's a voyeur, and she's like an exhibitionist. So good. So good. Also, they're step-siblings. Did I not mention that? So good. Then I read Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, which is historical, dark, and smutty. Pirates. Read it. So good. Just look at trigger warnings first before reading it, because it is pretty dark. But yeah, it's so good. I gave that 4 stars. Really, it's more like a 4.5, but it's a 4-star read. Or, you know what I mean. It's 4 stars on Goodreads. Then I have Stone Princess by Devney Perry. This is the 3rd in the Clifton Forest series. This one follows Presley and Shaw. I give that one 4 stars as well. That one I did not read for the readathon. There's a few books here I didn't read for the readathon. I'll tell you when I get to those books, like I have been. But yeah, that one was really good. It's Presley works at the motorcycle garage, or the garage with everybody. And then it's a movie star as well. So, yeah. Then another book I own is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I'm so glad I read this. This is about, I gave this one 4 stars. Archer is mute. He hurt his vocal cords when he was young, and then Bree just lost her deaf father. They're both just have traumatic pasts and are grieving of certain things, and honestly, I love Archer and Bree so much. I gave this 4 stars. Alright, then I have another book I own, which is Hidden Pictures by Jason Merkelock. This is a horror book and has really creepy photos in here. Like a boy who draws pictures, and they get creepier over time and more lifelike, about a guy dragging a girl through the woods. But oh my god, see those creepy pictures? I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars. I also read that for my book club. the BDA book club, but the mini book club within the book club, which is the horror book club. How many times can I say book club? But yeah, I won't always be reading the horror books, but when there are books that I kind of are interested in, I will definitely be reading it. I want to be creeped out, I want to be scared, and I just want a good, juicy horror book, pretty much. And then I read 2 dark, smutty novellas, and that is The Never King, and then I also read the sequel to that, which is, if I could get to it, The Dark One. Yeah, they're Peter Pan. It's a Peter Pan retelling with a descendant of Wendy Darling named Winnie and the Lost Boys. There's 4 men and her. So why choose? I love it. All right. Okay. We're getting to the final books here. Then we have book number 4. Yes. Book number 4 in the Clifton Forge series. This one follows Leo and Cassandra. No. No. This one follows Luke and Scarlet. Sorry. Leo and Cassandra is the next book. Yeah, this one's really good. Again, they're all small town MC romances, though that one is about a cop and a person of interest. So, yeah. Fallen Jester is the Leo and Cassandra book. Cassandra was kidnapped by the rival gang, and Leo is part of the motorcycle gang in Clifton Forge, which is the 10 Gypsies. It's also, for that one, definitely no, it's a pregnancy trope. The very beginning of the book, you find out she's pregnant with his baby. So, yeah, it's a one-night stand gone wrong kind of thing, but can work out. Okay, lastly, which also, no, those were all for the readathon. This was not. Tin Queen by Daphne Perry. This is the 6th and final book in the series. I gave this one 5 stars. This one follows Emmett and Nova. Emmett is part of the 10 Gypsy motorcycle gang, or was before they disbanded, before the first book even started. And then Nova is the daughter of the leader of the rival motorcycle gang, and she wants to bring down the 10 Gypsies because they destroyed her family, pretty much. But they end up falling in love, and it's really cute. I loved it. And then we have King of Libertines by Pam Godwin, which is the prequel to Sea of Ruin, where we have Priest and Bennett when they meet, because in the very beginning, or in Sea of Ruin, they have already met, got married, and it's a whole thing. So we find out how they meet and all of that. That I gave 3 stars. It's just too short, but it's still really smutty and really good. That is it. Oh my god, that is it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this wrap up. I'm tired. I hope you enjoyed it. I read a lot. What can I say? Oh my god. So many books. So many books. I'm surrounded now. But yeah, that is it for me. I have one more video today and I'm done. I've been talking way too much. I feel like my voice is fading. Like, I feel like I'm losing my voice. But I have one more, and it's the TBR, so it's a fun video. I love making TBRs. They're so much fun. Because I'm always so excited to read what I put there. So, yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again with another. Bye, and happy reading.